was a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of the villa, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't cry. No one quite knows who lives. It could be that his head was screwed on quite right. It could be that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his head was two sizes too small.
But whatever the reason, his head or his shoes, he stood there and was deceived, hating the earth.
Staring down from his cage with a sour,
Grinchy
frown
There you go.
at the warm-lighted windows below in their
It's up
town.
at once. There you go.
He knew every who down and whoville beneath was busy now, hanging the mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stockings.
He snarled with a sneeze.
Enzo!
Christmas is practically here.
Then he growled with his rich fingers nervously drumming.
I must find a way to keep Christmas from coming.
All the girls and boys would wake up bright and early. They'd rush for their toys and then all the noise.
Noise.
That's the one thing he hated. The noise.
And the Who's, young and old, would sit down to feast, and then feast, and then feast, and then feast.
Feast.
They would start on pudding and rare roast beef, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand.
Alright, louder.
And then they do something he liked least of all. Every who down in Whoville, the tall and small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They stand hand in hand, and the Who's would start singing. They'd sing and they sing and they sing and they sing. And the more the Grinch thought of the new Christmas thing, the more the Grinch thought,
I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years, I've put up with it now. I must stop Christmas from coming. But how?
then he got an idea, an awful idea.
I know just what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat, and he made a little Santa Claus out of his coat, and he chuckled and thought,
What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I'll look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer's ears, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said,
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
so he called him.
Max, they need you, Max.
Okay, Gabby.
Gabby.
Brayden.
We gotta back up.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So he called his dog then took some red thread and tied it on top of his head.
There. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then he put some bags and some old dusty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said,
Giddy up.
and the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's in their town.
All their windows were dark, quiet, snow-filled air. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care when he came to the first house in the square.
This is stop number 1.
The old Grinchy Claus
And he climbed to the roof, emptying bags in his fist.
Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He could stuck one only once for a moment or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue. One of the little two stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings
He grinned.
are the first things to go. Then he slithered and sunk with his
smile most unpleasant, around the whole room, and he took every present. Shotguns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and crumbs. Then he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch, very nimbly, stuffed all the bags, one by one, up the chimney. Then he slipped to the icebox. He took the Who's Feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beef. He cleaned out the icebox as quick as a flash. Why, that Grinch even took the last can of Who hash. Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee.
And now,
Grinned the Grinch.
I will stuff up the tree.
And the Grinch grabbed the tree. He started to shout. And he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast. And he saw a small Who. A little Cindy Lou Who. He was not more than two.
I see.
The Grinch had been caught by this little daughter. He got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said,
Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lot, and he thought it up quick.
On my sweet little truck.
The big Santa Claus lied.
There's a light on this tree that won't light up on one side, so I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there and I'll bring it back here.
And his big
Well, and when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up.
Then the last thing he took was a log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but cooks and some wine. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he took the other end, leaving the pond much too small for the other mouse. The quarter past dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still snoozing, he packed up his sled, packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsels, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode tip-top to dump.
Poo-poo to the Who's.
He was grinchishly humming.
They're finding out that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I don't know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then all the Who's down in Whoville will all cry. Boo-hoo! That's a noise
Grinned the Grinch.
that I simply must hear.
So he paused, and the Grinch put a hand to it. And he did hear sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
but the sound wasn't sad. While the sound sounded merry, it couldn't be so, but it was merry.
Merry.
As he stared down at Whoville, the Grinch rubbed his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise.
Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all.
He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came somehow or other. It came just the same.
And the Grinch, with his rich eyes cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling.
How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, box, or bags.
And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was full. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas
He thought,
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
and what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And he
Oh, Brendan, look at you.
he went with his little white morning light. And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch discovered the roast beef.